Steps of a good man. That's so true right here in the Psalmbook of Gospel at FMHEMS. Good morning, everybody. I'm Simone Malone, your radio feel-good man, one of your most trusted and respected voices in radio. Well, this is the week that the Pope is coming, but hey, something exciting is happening on October the 1st. And joining me on the telephone line is my dear friend, my new friend, I want to say. And of course, brother in Christ, I want to definitely say that as well. I want to welcome Elijah to the show. Hello, Elijah. Say hello to everybody.
Hey, how's everybody doing? How you doing, feel good, man?
I'm feeling good now that I have you on the line with that energy of yours. I tell you, you and I on the stage, we'll knock them across the coals, wouldn't we?
I'm excited, man. I'm excited to party hard.
Absolutely. Elijah, before we talk about this great fundraiser on October the 1st, I want you to talk a little bit about who you are as a person. Tell everybody your full name, where you're from, and let's talk about you as an individual before we tie that into this exciting fundraising event that you asked me to be the host of. Go ahead.
My name is Elijah Hollis. My parents named me Tyrone because they were over in Trinidad when I was conceived. So I am white, but I have some soul, if that makes any sense.
I know that's right.
And then, so I grew up on the road with my parents. We traveled full time. My dad was in the ministry from the get-go. And so I grew up around that. Became a youth pastor at 19 years old, out of college. And just really had a heart for the youth. At first, I didn't want to be a pastor. My dad asked me, hey, you want to be a youth pastor? I had the privilege of working with my dad, which is really cool. But when he first asked me, honestly, I was like, nah, I don't want to be a pastor. That doesn't really excite me. And I just prayed about it, and it was just like God broke my heart for this generation. Wow. And I can't do anything else. You know, when God calls you to do it, you got to do it hard. So
I know that's right.
Been doing that for about 11 years. And love it. I love every minute of it. Married a beautiful woman, Ashley Hollis. She is the hottest girl on the face of the planet, and I'm just lucky enough to be hers. So I love in life, man. I have two kids, Zion and One. They're 4 and 2, and beautiful children I've been blessed with, and we're just doing it together. We're living life together, changing the world one day at a time. I'm excited,
and I'm excited for you, and I'm excited for you and the gift and the anointing that God has placed on your life. Can you tell our listeners and viewers, for those that can see the live video as well, can you tell them a little bit about the vision of your ministry?
Yeah, definitely. I believe with all my heart that this generation right now, Generation Z as they call it, is the most God-kissed generation of all generations. We've come so far. With everything, with technology and just where the world is headed and society and culture and where it's come to, this generation literally holds the key to changing the world for Jesus Christ. And so in that, you know, we decided, hey, let's resource them to go into the biggest mission field known to man, the high school, the middle schools. So, you know, we created this thing called Your Impact, where we equip, train, and resource students to start up these movements in these schools, to basically train them to be problem solvers. So look around the school and not to be a taker, but to be a giver.
I like that.
And
go ahead.
And just to create an environment where you want to come to school. You know, where students aren't bogged down by everything, but they can't wait to get there because there's somebody there ready to pour life into them. And one of the biggest needs, you know, we see in the schools is teachers and faculty, the lack of honor and the lack of encouragement. And I think the biggest statistic out is that, you know, teachers quit in the first 2 years.
So true.
Just because of the lack of feeling like they're doing anything. And we want to bring honor back to the schools. We want to bring honor back into culture, you know, in this generation coming. And that's what we're trying to do.
Well, you're doing a tremendous job. In fact, I've been on your website. I saw the video. Go ahead now and give our listeners and viewers the website because they need to go there and see what you guys are doing. Go ahead and give that information.
Yeah, it's youreimpact.org. It's spelled out youreimpact.org. And there you'll find basically a bunch. You can track the movement. You can see where we are across the country. We're in 5 different states. Students all over, man. They're rising up to the occasion and changing their schools.
That is
so you have that. You can even join the movement. You can sponsor a school. We do this free of charge from any of the students. We don't want that to be any of the youth leaders or students out there. We want to provide this as a tool that's free in their tool belt. So yeah, you can jump on board and sponsor. You can check out what's going on around the country.
That is an amazing ministry, man, because so many of our young people are falling by the wayside. But here you are Impact that's making a difference across the country. So let's talk about Freedom. You Are Impact that's happening on October the 1st. Can you tell us a little bit about this to our listeners and viewers? And you got Simone Malone to host it. I'm excited, and it's going to be wonderful. Go ahead.
I'm excited too, man. You are going to bring such a sweet vibe that night. We're excited. This is our second annual event, and the first one we kind of launched out and got people involved and resourced in. And one of the biggest things of Your Impact that I think kind of sets it apart is we want to basically bring together and partner a business, a church, and a school. We think those are like the biggest parts of society and in the city, and that's where you'll find I think that partnership is key to creating lasting change and lasting transformation. And so we did that last year, and we brought everybody together, and it was a great time. And now this year we're coming back again to Philly to celebrate. We want to celebrate what's happened in the year, and also we want to launch and cast vision for what's coming.
Right.
There's huge things coming the end of 2015 into 2016, and I'm excited. I can't wait to get the word out and let everybody know what is coming to our cities across America. I mean, I'm pumped, man. I am so pumped. And we got fresh, not only do we have Simone Malone, the feel-good man, but we also have food from the chocolate champion herself, Georgianne Leaning.
Wow.
I'm so pumped.
If you haven't
tried her food, let me tell you. Let me just give a shout-out to Supper.
Sure, absolutely. You can.
Oh, man. Her food is phenomenal. I tell you, she can make a peanut butter and jelly taste good. She's so good. She's so good. So she's been at a bunch of events, and I begged her. I said, you have to come and cook us some food because you are just phenomenal. So we're gonna have fun with her. We're gonna throw a little competition in there, and it's gonna be a fun night, man. I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, absolutely. Now tell our audience, those that are listening and watching, that why they should bring their young family members to this event, because it's not just a regular type of event that young people will go to. They're going to be charged and motivated and inspired and lifted to go out and make a difference. So go ahead and speak to the mothers and the fathers out there to bring their young people to this. Go ahead, Elijah.
Yes. Hey, if you have students who maybe you feel like they are just kind of making it through life, following the culture. Hey, let me just tell you, they have something inside of them that needs to rise up, and it's already there. All it needs to be is kindled. All it needs to be is stoked a little bit. And we've seen students all across the country just get pumped and stoked on life. In fact, last year at this event that we threw in Philly, we had some students come that were just friends of leaders that are doing it in the school.
Right.
And so they just came to participate, and they left so charged. I think we started 2 or 3 clubs out of that meeting.
Amazing.
Just because the students were excited.
Amazing.
It's cool because right now we have a network of students across the country, and they all come together on a video conference, or we'll get together in regions and talk about what God is doing in the schools, and they get inspired off each other.
Yeah.
Because leaders encourage leaders.
That's
and
right.
It's almost like a contagious fire that's spreading.
You took it out of my mouth. I was going to say it's contagious. Go ahead.
That's right. It's a pandemic, and we're starting it. And if you have students that you feel like need to be charged, or just want to get involved. Maybe they already do want to get involved with something. This is a great plug-in. This is a great time for them to really jump on board and be a part of the movement that's changing the world. Someday, this is a long-term goal, but someday every school across America will have one of these movements in it. And I guarantee we'll see a change in the next leaders that are coming out of these schools.
Absolutely. Wonderful information there. And this is free of charge. And go ahead and give the information, email or telephone numbers, and the website. Again, if people want to donate, we have businesses out there that may want to donate to this to keep our young people inspired and motivated and on the right path. So go ahead and give that.
Yes. So So you can go to yourimpact.org, and right on there you'll see a button that says Celebration Event, or you'll see our Freedom logo. You can click on that, check out all the stuff coming up. There's a link to buy tickets, and you can totally do that, but we want to make sure you can come. So if money's an option, we want to make sure you are there, and be our guest. Be our guest that night and come out and celebrate with us.
Absolutely. The Radio Feel Good Man, Simone Malone, is looking forward in seeing you and young people because, Elijah, I taught high school before, and I had my own class where I was really motivating them and helping to build up their self-esteem, because I realized over the years that if you make people feel good and make people feel connected and love themselves more, they can make an impact in society. Do you agree?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh, totally.
What's your final word today? And give us a word of encouragement to our young people. Go ahead.
Hey, I want to talk to you, number one, the generation before the young people today. We are the greatest tool these young people have, and we are the bridge builders. We will build a bridge so that they can go further than we've ever gone. And I believe this with all my heart. There's 3 boards to this bridge, and we have to build it. Number one, show them. Right. Show them how to live. Show them how to love God and love people. And then teach them. Teach them what it is. Hey, this is how you love God. This is how you love people. And the last thing, and this is the most important thing of the bridge, you encourage them. Okay, now you do it. Show them how to love God and love people. And if we build a bridge, this next generation will do things that will blow our mind. Let me talk to you, young people. You have the key because you are the wild generation. There's no restraints on you. There's no rules or regulations. There's no cap to what you can accomplish for God. And I just want you to know that there's people who believe in you, and there's people who want to motivate you and encourage you and give you things that you need in your hands in order to accomplish the purpose that God has put there. And I'm excited to be a part of it. I'm excited to see this happen and the world become a better place because of us.
Yes. Elijah, you are making a difference. You are an impact yourself. Freedom, you are an impact. Join us on October the 1st from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. Wonderful food, nice young people that are goal-oriented, and get a chance to meet me and other great people that are going to be there. And we thank you so much for your telephone call and joining us on the Songbook of Gospel. Tell everybody what you think about radio station and the show.
Where we're going. I just drove up.
I guess we lost your signal. Go ahead, Elijah. Okay, I guess we lost his signal, but we thank him for joining us right here in the Songbook of Gospel. Stay tuned for more. The music is going to continue right after this.